This day, 485 years ago, Henry VIII married his fourth wife, Anne of Cleves. For a long time, the historical story around this was that Henry VIII had seen the beautiful portrait of Anne of Cleves and was absolutely enthralled with her beauty, only to be devastated when he was met by a hideous hag in person. But it was actually said that Anne of Cleves possessed, quote, middling beauty and very assured and resolute countenance. The couple met for the first time on New Year's Day in 1540, and Henry decided to participate in a tradition of courtly love. And he disguised himself as Robin Hood when he went to go meet his new bride. The idea of this was supposed to be that Anne was going to recognize her true love despite his disguise. However, Anne was actually shocked that a man that she didn't know had burst into her chambers. So Henry then changed back into more kingly attire and they made proper introductions, but the first impression had still tainted everything. Henry had claimed that he had been misled when it came to Anne and said, quote, I would not now marry her, but now it is too far gone, wherefore I am sorry. Henry's advisor Thomas Cromwell had rallied for the marriage, and because of this he received a great deal of blame from Henry. And alas, the marriage proceeded, and they were married on the 6th of January 1540. And Anne's wedding ring read the famous description of God send me well to keep. And if their first meeting was bad, the consummation was even worse. Henry told Cromwell, quote, I liked her before not well, but now I like her much worse. And as time went on and Anne showed no signs of pregnancy, she confided in the Countess of Rutland that the only affections that Henry gave her were kisses in the morning and the evening. On the 24th of June, 1540, Anne was commanded to leave the court. It wasn't until the 6th of July that she was informed that her husband would be annulling their marriage. Anne agreed to this annulment on the grounds of non-consummation. Cromwell would later be detained and executed on the grounds of the Tower of London by order of Henry. However, he did reward Anne for her compliance in consenting to the annulment. Anne was gifted Richmond as well as Hever Castle, and she would often be invited back to court and bestowed the title of the King's beloved sister. She was given precedence over all other women in the court with the exception of Henry's current wife and his daughters. In considering the outcomes of Henry's other wives, this wasn't worst case scenario.